All right, so here he is, the #1 lightweight contender, and man, if that's not saying something, right? Got through the gauntlet at 155 pounds, made himself undeniable, and now tonight, DC, we find out what he has for the champion.
It long has been considered the deepest weight class in the UFC. So you know to get here is very tough. You have navigated the waters. You have done everything right. When it was time to press square, you press square. When it was time to press X, you press X. You better do it again tonight if you want to become the champion. There is no room for error as you try to win a UFC championship.
And no room for a 1-pound allowance. He was right on the number, 155 pounds, championship weight. Confidence is high that he will wrest the title away here tonight. Aljamain Sterling, ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. Well, this place is absolutely deafening as the undisputed UFC lightweight champion makes the walk for his latest title defense. This is a huge fight, as big a fight as we can put together at 155 pounds, but the champion thinks it's going to be one-sided.
Yeah, skill for skill, he's one of the best fighters in the world. That's why when you look at the pound-for-pound rankings, you always see his name right amongst the top of the guys on the list. He has every skill in mixed martial arts, but I believe it's his mind that separates him from the rest. He has a steel trap of a mind and believes, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's the best fighter in the world.
Yeah, he was carrying himself this week like a guy who knew something we didn't. We'll see just how one-sided this fight could be in a matter of moments. Tail of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. Now for your main event introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Aljamain Sterling. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Assassin.
The esteemed Mark Goddard, our referee for this one.
Come on, let's go.
All right, here we go with round 1, and here is Aljamain Sterling. He has been a prolific finisher, but most of his finishes have been of the attritive variety, not in round 1. Breaks his opponents down before eventually getting them out of there. Oh my goodness, I can barely get my notes together. Huge early connection there.
It's about the punch, but it's also about the setup. That was a beautiful setup that allowed him to land that strike.
Sterling goes for the clinch.
He's hurt. He's wobbling. Oh! He keeps trying to punch with him when he should be grabbing him.
Huge strike in the air. Somehow his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. There it is again. Another shot gets through.
This dude better keep his hands up, John.
Might get the TKO here.
Now he's got his back.
All right, so his power has certainly been purged from early. It appears as though maybe the opponent has recovered a little bit.
Yeah, but he put him on notice, John. He knows now that if he wades into the danger, it can be very problematic for him.
Sterling Sterling's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. All right, so early round one action, and he's been...
That was beautiful. I mean, he's so fluid. He set that up perfectly.
The story remains the same, and still the undisputed king of the lightweights.
This guy is amazing, John. Time and time again, he puts his skills on display. What a beast the champion is.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Honors called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 51 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Assassin.
So there he is in full celebration mode now, the undisputed, reigning, defending UFC lightweight champion of the world. He came in with all the hype, with all the pressure, and he rose above it here tonight, getting his hand raised by way of the TKO. And if this #1 contender had nothing for the champion, I'm just not sure who at 155 pounds is going to beat this guy.